This video is brought to you by Magellan TV, the documentary streaming membership service founded by filmmakers, bringing you premium content, diving deep into the history subjects you want to learn more about. Magellan TV has the richest and most varied content on history available anywhere. Magellan TV has over 2,000 plus documentary movies, series, and exclusive playlists. They have ancient, modern, current, early modern, war and biographical history, science and space, and even true crime, which can be watched anywhere on your television, laptop, or mobile device. We highly recommend that you check out the documentary Planes, part of the Extreme Weather Files series. Witness deadly disasters in aviation. You will see the terrifying effects of Mother Nature, engine failures, and terrifying turbulence way up in the sky, in several different true stories, brought to life in reenactments and interviews. All of the shows are without interruption from commercials, and many programs are available in 4K. Simple History viewers get a 1-month free trial membership. Just go to try.magellantv.com/simplehistory or click the link in the description below. Head over there now. The stewardess who fell 33,000 feet and survived. Yugoslavian JAT Airways Flight 367. In 2018, an air stewardess on the Emirates flight from Entebbe Airport to Dubai fell from the aircraft's emergency exit, plunging headfirst to her death. The plane was still on the ground when this tragic accident happened, and the woman had fallen just 30 feet onto the runway's tarmac below. But what if someone had fallen out of the aircraft when it was in flight, high up in the sky? Could they possibly have survived? Well, back in the early 1970s, air travel was booming, but there had been a number of major accidents as well as several airliners being hijacked or bombed. Nevertheless, even in those days, it was an extremely safe way to travel. On the afternoon of January 26, 1972, the Yugoslavian JAT Airways Flight 367 departed from Stockholm to Denmark. The young 22-year-old air stewardess on board by the name of Vesna Vulovic was not unduly worried, as they were flying in a modern jet passenger plane classed as a McDonnell Douglas DC-9, which had an excellent safety record. The plane's destination was Belgrade, the then capital city of the Communist Republic of Yugoslavia, a country that no longer exists today. Just over 45 minutes into the flight at 4:01 p.m., when the aircraft was cruising at an altitude of 33,000 feet or 6¼ miles, a bomb on board the aircraft blew up, destroying the aircraft and killing all 23 passengers, and all but one of its 6 crew. Remarkably, against all the odds, Vesna was not killed in the explosion. But now unconscious, she faced certain death as she was quickly hurtling down with the rest of the aircraft wreckage, the 6¼ miles towards the Czechoslovakian countryside below. To put this in perspective, it would take you 2 hours to walk this distance. That it's over 200 times higher than the American Statue of Liberty. It's 12 times higher than the current tallest building in the world, the 2,717-foot tall Burj Khalifa in Dubai. You would reach a speed of up to 200 miles per hour as you fell this distance, and the temperature at 33,000 feet is about -55 degrees Celsius. But by some miracle, she had survived. It is thought that what saved her life was that she had become trapped unconscious in the aircraft's tail cone underneath a food trolley. It's thought that the tail cone spiraled downwards, slowing her descent considerably, and then hit a forested slope full of branches and thick snow. All this helped slow her down and absorb a lot of the impact. By luck, she was found a short time later by a local man who had been a medic in World War II. Using his medical training, the man managed to keep her alive until an ambulance arrived. Though Vesna had survived, she had suffered horrific injuries: 2 broken legs, a fractured skull, crushed vertebrates, cracked ribs, and she was temporarily paralyzed from the waist down. But after being put in an induced coma for a few days, followed by a lengthy stay in hospital, she made a full recovery and became a national celebrity, and for many years would appear on Yugoslavian television programs. Vesna went back to work for JAT Airways for the next 20 years until she was fired for supporting anti-government protests, just before Yugoslavia broke up and eventually became 7 new and distinct nations. Though the accepted explanation for the destruction of the flight was widely accepted as being a bomb, a controversial theory came forward years later saying that it had been shot down by Czech jet fighter aircraft at low altitude, having been mistaken for an enemy aircraft. Some people went even further with this theory, said the reason that the flight was shot down was that it had come too close to a nearby aircraft containing the Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev, who had just left a conference in Prague. It was claimed that this theory was backed up by evidence from supposedly official sources, as well as local witnesses coming forward saying they had seen the passenger plane at low altitude. There is also the fact that the wreckage of the plane was not spread over a wider area, which would normally happen if it broke up at high altitude. The Czech government denied there had been a cover-up, and among other things pointed out that the aircraft's black box clearly showed the aircraft cruising normally at high altitude, just moments before the explosion. In later life, Vesna lived off a state pension in a rundown apartment in Belgrade and was found dead there in 2016, just 2 days before Christmas. She was 66 years old and had been in poor health for a number of years.
Hey Simple History fans, if you're looking for a better way to support the channel and help us create more epic content, consider becoming a member on our channel. Becoming a member means that for just $5 a month, you'll get these amazing perks. You'll be the first to see new episodes with early access. You can watch new episodes before anyone else with this perk. The Enlisted Badge, a custom icon that shows alongside your username in the comments section and in live chat. As a member, you'll become an influencer with member-only comments. You can communicate directly with us and help us pick the topics that we'll do next on Simple History. And remember, it's not mandatory to become a member. Thank you for letting us feed your hunger for history.